Did you know you were ill?
I didn't know I was ill. I didn't believe it. People would tell me, but I didn't think I was. My name is Molly Duffield. I'm 17 years old. I don't know what else there is to say about myself. I'm currently training to be a paediatric nurse, so I'm in health and social care in college. I want to be a paediatric nurse because of the time I spent in hospital. It inspired me to want to become a paediatric nurse. When I got diagnosed with diabetes, they never told me about any risks with developing an eating disorder. It was later on when we found out that there was links towards it. There was definitely a difference in relationship with food after diabetes. Yeah, I think that was probably the main trigger for my eating disorder was diabetes and everything changing. My relationship with food was very good. I didn't really ever worry about what I was eating, and I've always loved food, definitely. When I got diagnosed with diabetes, I was really skinny because my body wasn't working in the way it should, and then I got better and I started gaining more weight. I went through puberty and my body drastically changed, and I think that kind of maybe had relevance towards now.
Did you know you were ill?
I didn't know I was ill. I didn't believe it. People would tell me, but I didn't think I was. I didn't believe it. I didn't think that I had an eating disorder because the voices were telling me I wasn't ill enough. They told me that I needed something significant to happen, like a certain amount of weight to be lost, or for me to collapse, or need something fixing, if that makes sense. So I never really believed that I was being diagnosed or I was ill. And the worst parts were probably during the start, because I didn't want any of the help because I wasn't myself. I refused everything, and so most of the time I was very distressed and was trying to get out of a situation, and nurses had to kind of hold me down, and I obviously got sectioned so they could take control of situations, so they were probably the worst times. I didn't really have a relationship with food when I was going through everything. I just saw food as something that wasn't meant for me because I wasn't allowed it. I ate when I had to. With my diabetes, I ate when I was very, very low, but I would leave it all day. I was very particular. I would leave it all day without eating anything. I would be in a hypo throughout the entire day. And then when it got to 12 o'clock at night, or 12 o'clock in the morning, I would allow myself the glucose tablets that I needed to boost my sugars. But that wouldn't last, that would last for half an hour. So yeah, there wasn't really a relationship with food, it was just kind of, I had to. So I was threatened to go to an eating disorder unit, which was in London. I think it was called Rhodeswood Hospital or something like that. And I could be in there for up to 2 years, for as long as I need for me to get better. And the date was arranged. I was supposed to be going on a certain date, and they said if you don't drastically change by then you will get sent to the unit, and for some reason that triggered something in my brain and I decided to get better from there. The best times in hospital were definitely with the members of staff. I think being with all the mental health support workers and playing games and all of that was very, very good. And there was school teachers that came round and taught me maths and English, and there was also like music therapy, and there was something called Reiki, which was like a meditation. The staff influenced me by just doing their job, because I just saw like the nurses and I just could imagine myself being in their shoes and doing what they were doing. I think the relationship that me, Mum and Dad had with one of the nurses, Steph, definitely helped a lot, because Steph used to come in on nights, he always worked night shifts, and Dad used to buy crisps and we used to play poker until he had to get on with his job. So yeah, I think that was definitely like the biggest motivation for me, was the mental health support workers, and also a moment where I overheard a conversation between my mum and one of the other mental health support workers where he said, "I wish that we could see Molly get better here instead of in a unit," and that's like what kind of motivated me to get better.
And finally, are you happy now?
I am definitely happy now. I am in the best place that I could possibly be. I'm enjoying life. I have great friends, I have great family, a great social life, and also a great relationship with food, which is the main thing, because I enjoy eating and I'm very happy in myself.